Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, June 15th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be here hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the puja, we are connecting with these light beings and inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard that's laying flat on a side table here. To do the puja, I also have some water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. I start with the water, sprinkling drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart. I put a few drops of water on top of my own head, and I put a few drops of water out into space symbolically towards all of you, whether you're watching this live or later on a replay. So we've started the puja with a purification step. Now we invoke Ganesha, the archetype or the angel who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And we ask him to remove all obstacles in the lives of the participants, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you, now and always. Now, we start with acknowledging the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Thursday, which is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in a star called Kritika, a star of truth. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. the moment we are in the 13th waning moon, called Trayodasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the archetype that rules Kritika star, which is Agni, the god who rules the fire element, and also can help with positive transformation and purification. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Actually, I've gotten ahead of myself. We're doing the Hora right now. The Hora is the planet that's ruling the hour, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said, for these time elements, we do not use flower petals. We say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Sukarman, which has energies that are generous. Sukarman, Sukarman, Sukarman. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Garija, which has energies of increased effort. Garija, Garija, Garija. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. We look at what sign is the ascendant, represented here with the AC. That means this sign is coming up right now on the eastern horizon in my local area. This is the sign of Mithuna or Gemini. Dr. Pillai said we start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture of its importance at the moment. But Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so we start by putting flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Now we start in the ascendant sign, and we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, stopping in each sign that has one or more planets in it. Today in Gemini is the sun. We start with honoring the sun, and I put flower petals on him. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Mrgashira, a star that Dr. Pillai says can give blessings towards enlightenment, and also a star that gives blessings of curiosity, that helps us to be willing to try new things, have new experiences, go new places. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Mrgashira star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon, in which he is a divine nectar or Amrita of immortality. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Mrgashira star, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Matuna or Gemini, a zodiac sign with a great range of energies, today containing the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem. I pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction around the chart, the next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Karkata or Cancer, which today contains Venus and also Mars. I start with honoring Mars and put flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Pushya, a star said to be the most spiritually auspicious of all the stars. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Pushya's star is ruled by Brihaspati, a form of Jupiter in which he is a very high spiritual teacher, sometimes called teacher to the gods. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Pushya's star is ruled by Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now, we honor Mars for being in the zodiac sign of Cancer. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Aslesha, a star of mystical power. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Aslesha's star is ruled by the Nagas, ancient light beings who know secrets about cycles of time and have great wisdom. We ask for their blessings, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aslesha's star, which is Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules the zodiac sign of Cancer, which is the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Karkata or Cancer, the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing both Venus and Mars, planets of passion. Venus is a planet that helps with love, beauty, enjoyment of material plane comforts, the arts, diplomacy. And Mars is a planet that helps with courage, willpower, and also is a planet that is a healer and a protector. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu, and I put flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star that can give divine blessings for independence. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, archetype who rules the wind and the air element, and also is the father of Hanuman. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, who is retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Pluto's star, Uttarashada star, which Pluto is in, Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that Dr. Pillai says helps with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. We honor Saturn, and I put flower petals on him. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabisha, a star that has tremendous healing energy to the point that its nickname is 100 physicians. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Satyabisha star is ruled by Varuna, archetypes on Saturn. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabisha star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience, compassion, service, loyalty, discipline, organization, structure. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune. We honor Neptune. I put flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada, a star that Dr. Pillai says can give blessings for business development, with the flower petals on Neptune. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurbundia, an archetype who, among other things, can help to guard treasures and valuables. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the zodiac sign that is the most metaphysical, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that Dr. Pillai says can help with our intuition and with understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi sign with a planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and Jupiter and Uranus and the moon. We start with honoring Rahu and Jupiter, who are both in the same star. So we honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Rahu and Jupiter are both in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for speed and for healing. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Jupiter. Om Ashwini He Namaha. Om Ashwini He Namaha. Om Ashwini He Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who have tremendous healing energies and are sometimes called the physicians to the gods. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Jupiter. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus and the moon, who are both in the same star. And we will honor both of them before we invoke the star. We start with Uranus, who is at the lower degree in the sign. We honor Uranus. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Next, we honor the moon for being in Aries. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Uranus and the moon are both in a star called Kritika, a star symbolized as a razor or a cutter. This is a star that has energy for truth. We ask this star to help us to see the truth about ourselves, to know the truth, to speak the truth, and to be willing to live the truth. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by Agni, the archetype who rules the fire element, and also can give blessings for positive transformation and purification. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Nisha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energy, today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us think outside the box, and Jupiter, planet that helps with everything related to spirituality and also can help with wealth and with everything related to banking or legal matters. Uranus, a planet that Dr. Pillai says can give creative ability as well as success in life, higher intelligence, and also help with astrology. And the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and a planet that helps us to be receptive to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mercury. We honor Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Rohini, a star that gives blessings for prosperity, creativity, and beauty. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha, or Taurus, a zodiac sign that is an earth sign and has very grounded energies, and also can give a great love of luxury and comfort. Today, containing Mercury, planet of communication, planet of business, planet that helps us to be analytical and logical, and also a planet that helps with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the right hand, and I hold it above the blackboard chart, the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all these divine beings we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and also a sweet fragrance. And I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now, I take a raisin, a small fruit symbolizing the earth element, and I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later in the day, I will eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands, and I make sincere prayer to all these divine beings, asking them all to send their positive blessings into the lives of each of us, and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our schools, our workplaces, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to healthcare, good education, sustainable jobs, and I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we have time for short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now, we have time for a short Q&A period. Today, the sun has moved into Gemini, which, as we mentioned at the beginning, is a sign ruled by Mercury. So the sun is in a star ruled by Mercury. Mercury is a planet that can help with intelligence, with business, so therefore a bit with wealth. So also the sun in Gemini has a vast range of energies. So you may be willing to try some new things, interface with some new people, try new foods, etc. Checking the chat to see if someone has posted a question. I see Tess saying, thank you, Swamini. Would it be possible for you to share the chant for the star? The chant for the star is the name of the star along with the, Y-E-I at the end, like, Ishwiniye or Bharaniye or Purva Paguniye. So that's if you go to the page at club.astroved.com that has the chart for the day on it, based off of my location in New Mexico, and you scroll down past the chart part, it has a list of each star that each planet is in during that day. So that gives you the list of the star names right there. So I have provided that over on the club.astroved.com blog page for the chart of the day. So if you're not, I do try to post that link at the beginning of the chat. Club.astroved.com is the website. For example, the chart of today, I'm just going to post that in the chat right now. This was the chart for today. And if you go there and you scroll down, you'll see both the chart and below that, the names of the planets and the degrees that they're at and the star that they're in. When there's 2 or more planets in the same star, I do them in the order of the one that is at the lowest degree, and then we go to the next highest degree and the next highest degree when planets are in more than one planet in the same star. So I hope that's helpful for you. I take the time to create that fresh blog for the upcoming week, each weekend. So hopefully some of you that want to follow along can do that. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you're just listening to the puja. It's okay if you're just listening to it while you're driving to work or folding the laundry. But I know there are some of you that are following along with flower petals and etc. So there's a range of energies for how people are working with the puja. But I appreciate all of you for being here. And we hold everyone's prayers in the light, whether you post them in the chat or not. We hold each other in the light and everyone's prayers as well. Tomorrow night, Friday in North America time, I'm going to be doing a free fire lab, a community fire lab on the Religion of Religions YouTube channel. And it's going to be invoking Jesus and Yahweh and Mary. Dr. Pillai wanted us to be doing more for them on the Religion of Religions channel. So once a month, I will be doing a free fire lab live streamed for them. And this month for June, it's going to be tomorrow night, June 16th, and it'll be at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. You're welcome to come. And of course, because it's on YouTube, the replay is available right afterwards. So if the time is not good for you and you still want to watch it, you're welcome to watch it later. It's said that the temple in Jerusalem that Jesus would have gone to as a child had the symbols for the zodiac signs in mosaic on the floor. So there would have been aspects of astrology in his world, in his lifetime. When Mary and Jesus and Joseph fled to Egypt for a while, when they were refugees, when Herod was, killing babies for a while, they went to Egypt, and in a Coptic church, a Coptic Christian church, when Dr. Pillai took us there was a map showing where allegedly this is where they traveled around when they were in Egypt. And I had never thought of them traveling up and down the Nile, possibly going into different temples there, etc. So the ancient world, had a lot more mingling of things than perhaps we think about. And Jesus did a lot more traveling than we think about. It's also said that Jesus traveled to India, after that kind of age 12 in the Bible, and then he shows up again at age 30, that in that in-between time there, he traveled to India. And there are places in India that allege that this is a place where he came to and took some teachings and then returned back home to his home country to share enlightenment with his own people. So this is why I love the Religion of Religions channel, is that it crosses across the different lights that are been found in the different religions. We celebrate that. All right, so that's the announcements that I have for today. I don't have any other questions in the chat to answer at the moment. Thank you all for being here. I'll hope to see some of you tomorrow, and I hope some of you are able to come to the Fire Lab on Friday night. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.